Hi Aries, welcome to Firedance Witch Tarot. I hope that you guys are doing well. This is your reading for the month of May. Remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, that this is a timeless reading, even though I'm making it for the month of May. And so anytime you come across this this message is when you're meant to receive it. And also that this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But cross watchers are welcome. But also, if you're none of the above and you're still brought in by the message, then it is for you as well. So, that being said, I also want to encourage you to, if you resonate with me in my reading, hopefully that you will and you will enjoy it, that you will consider subscribing, leaving a thumbs up, comment down below. Constructive criticism is always welcome as well, but just be nice. I have had an interesting conversation with a young fellow, and though it was borderline, I thought that it would be worth mentioning. Again, let's be nice in the comments. This is all about growth for everybody, especially myself, so that I can better serve you. And so also, you know, share the video if you think that it would be worth somebody else's time and that it might help them. And yeah, just doing all the things and bringing all the love, and as I'm bringing all the love for you guys. That being said, and that little bit of housekeeping out of the way, let's begin with your reading, Aries. So the way this works, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, I will use any tools that Spirit guides me to use. Sometimes I will be doing a bit of scrying on my crystal ball that is right here. It's a beautiful little crystal ball. I also occasionally use runes and crystals and other scrying methods, but primarily I will be using cards, but I will also be channeling at the same time. So whatever images or words that Spirit and my spirit guides bring into the conversation, that is what I will be sharing to you today. So let's start out. Let's see for Aries. If you're ever interested in any of the tools and any of the cards, excuse me, that I use in any of the readings, the information will be down below in the description. So, I think I'm going to use this deck right here. This is the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Raleigh Valentine. It's a much loved older deck. So let's see. It's a little bit big on my hand, so I will do my best to do the shuffle. Alright, so I invite your spirit guides and my spirit guides to join us here, as well as spirit and guardian angels and anyone for the highest good to come into our sacred space to bring in the messages for Aries for the month of May, or whenever they're supposed to receive it. So Aries, remember to ground and center. And let's see what messages are coming in for you this month. Okay, we have our first two. We have King of Fire, which is the King of Wands, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. It says here, focus, focus, communicate with vision, and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So this is a very interesting beginning. We have, of course, Aries, which is very much a sign for a leader. My goodness, this light is not very good, is it? So it's very much a leader sign. It is very much a fire sign, but they're very much sort of goal-oriented and focused on what it is that they're doing or creating at that time. So I'm not sure that hyper-focusing is a good thing. However, it seems to me like, especially if we take into consideration the Two of Earth, which is the Two of Pentacles, it says too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. So we have playful, and we have creative, and we also have the idea of balance. So it seems to me like the only real reason why they would be bringing in the word focus to a very focused sort of sign is because there is too much on the plate at this time. You're trying to cover too much ground at the same time, and it's not really working. So at this point in time, Spirit is saying, take a moment to assess and prioritize so that you can actually get all of your goals done, but you know, that none of them will fall down through the cracks just because you had too much on your plate. So that's an interesting beginning or start to your read. Let's see what else comes in for you. Aries. There we go. Nine of Fire. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. So, as I said, if there's too much on your plate and you're getting discouraged because none of it is getting done and you've not been able to make headway and this is upsetting you, that stands to reason why you are in the energy of the wounded warrior, where you want to forge ahead, but there just seems to be too much and too many obstacles in your way. So, essentially, taking that creative approach and the playful approach might help you in sort of prioritizing and bringing about solutions that you might not have thought beforehand because of that very pragmatic energy that you usually carry with you. And so that passion, that fire that is within needs to be unlocked a little bit more so that the creativity and the playfulness that is deep within you starts coming out a little bit more to the fore. Not only will it make the job more enjoyable to do and therefore shorten the time period of all the different projects that you have going on, but it also will allow your brain a little bit of rest and allowing it to focus in a gentler way to each one of the tasks that you have in your docket, as it were. Okay, so let's have three more, please. Okay, more fire, my goodness. Eight of Fire, which is Eight of Wands. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. So there we go. We have a lot of things that are happening at the same time. There's that feeling of overwhelm, but there is also that feeling that everything is going too quickly. And you're just not able to to get ahead because there are just too many things to go on. I'm hearing there's not enough time in a day to get everything done. That is essentially what I'm feeling here. But I'm also getting that if we turn again towards this creative and playful approach, yes, it will happen quickly, but because all of a sudden we're focusing, we're attacking the situation from a different perspective. The momentum, the positive momentum, instead of negative momentum, feeling like we don't have enough time to cover everything, because things are going in a I was going to say entertaining way, but that's not exactly the word that I'm trying to get across, because it is from taking it from a different perspective, lighter perspective, and engaging in the projects or these situations from that creative perspective will allow you to shift the energy, and so you're able to go get through the tasks not only much more quickly but much more enjoyably, and therefore you can tick those boxes quickly in a way that is not the amount of it is not overwhelming you, because it is about the perspective at this point in time. So if you focus on one of them at the time, and you get through them quickly and enjoyably, and you're getting through your list quickly, the feeling of burden is lifted off your shoulder, and you're able to get through all of these projects with the amount that you have. I hope that makes sense, Aries. Here we have the Seven of Earth. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So here we go with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles also has the energy of hard work and whether it's worth it at the end of the day or not. In this case, you have a lot of seeds, a lot of projects going on. I don't know if you can see that very well. So there's a lot of projects going on. There's a lot of branches, and on those branches there are these little bubbles with little fairies inside. And so we can imagine these as all of the seeds and all of the projects that you have going on at this time. Now, it is no coincidence that it is all up right now in the month of May, where spring has already started, and it is the time in which you're sowing the seeds in order to bring about what it is that you want to manifest. This is the time where we do that, and that's why if it feels like we have too many things going on at the same time and too many things to have to deal with. But if we take the focus and from the overwhelm and the too much, and just bring it and focus it down to one item at the time, sort of taking one bite at a time of the whole of the apple, then it will have been worth it at the end of the day once you get through it. It's all a matter of changing the perspective and changing the energy with which you were tackling the tasks with. Let's see. One last card, please. My chair is rolling backwards. The floor is a little bit uneven, so my chair just goes beep. The Spirit is saying there's a message in that just taking a moment to step back in order to wrap your head around this, the idea is probably the best thing to do, just so that you can regain that balance and gain the perspective needed in order to get through your long list. Cheekily, I'm hearing the laundry list of projects that are needed to be done. Spirit can be rather cheeky at times. That's too many. Can we have one more, please? All right, what else for Aries? There we go. Okay, so we have the Emperor. This is yourself. the Emperor. This is with Archangel Michael. So his energy is coming through at this time. It says organization and logic, structure and discipline, and leadership. So here we go again with the idea of tapping into that that spirit of the leader within you, and sort of lead by example for others, but mostly lead yourself. It is kind of like tapping into that resource that usually you use for organizing your community and those around you in order to work cohesively with them. Use that same energy and spirit to work with yourself, and sort of by organizing and restructuring your thought process and your perspective is the way that is going to lead you forward out of that energy of overwhelm. And Archangel Michael is presenting himself and presenting his energy in order to help you through that and help you regain that balance at this time. So very interesting. There's a lot of fire element here and earth, so there's an interesting balance coming in here, and definitely a refocusing of the way you do things will be in order for this month. Okay, let's see what else with some oracle cards. I think we're going to bring in the element of water with Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, but also Doreen Virtue. Bringing in that element of water. Okay. What else, Spirit? What other messages and advice do you have for Aries at this time? What else do they need to know? Please guide them for their highest and greatest good. Okay. Let's see. What other advice do you have for Aries at this time? Please guide them for their highest and greatest good. What do they need to know? What do they need to see? There we go. This one flipped. Okay, so it says self-employment. You're a born entrepreneur, and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. So, in essence, we have also here the spirit and energy of the Nine of Pentacles. This whole idea of using the Emperor energy for yourself to help you through this is kind of the same energy that we have here in this card, that it is about employing the energy for oneself. And so using that beautiful logic that you have will come into play, but not forgetting that that logic is to help you make that leap across to a more playful and a more creative energy that will help you organize yourself in a way that will allow you to take on all of these tasks within the time limit that you have for all of them. And so also Spirit is saying that magical opportunities and blessings will be coming in once you have that energy, because that energy is going to bring in the element of joy and the element of that element of blessings, and having that beautiful positive perspective will bring in more of that, bringing in positivity, bringing in opportunity. So that is interesting. Okay, what else do they need to know right now? Gods and spirits, please guide beautiful Aries for their highest and greatest good. What else do they need to know? Okay, so we have heart healing. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. So essentially, if we think about it, bringing in a lighter energy is very much a healing energy, and we're talking here about being overwhelmed with everything that is needed to be done, and stress levels will go up, and so will the cortisol. So what we want to do is bring that down and bring in a healing element for ourselves. It would be very important to do so in order to regain that balance and equilibrium that we're seeking, and heal whatever wounds would have been created by the stress that the situation has brought on. Before I take on the last card here, I just need to plug in my camera. I'm doing a lot of filming today, so before it shuts down, there we go, plugged in. Okay, so let's see what is the last bit of advice Spirit has for you with these cards. Okay, what else for Aries? One last card, please. I'm hearing heart-centered perspective is what is required in order to bring in the healing and bring in that to bring in the energy of the inner child. That's where this creative energy for creative solutions is going to come into the fore. So heart-centered is what we're looking at here. Last card is have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. So essentially, Aries, Spirit is saying here, have faith. This will pass, and it will pass in your favor. Just keep saying the mantra, everything I do always comes out well for me. And having that faith in Spirit that they have your back, and that you are always being guided and protected and guided in the right direction, and that what is meant for you will never pass you by and will never leave your energy. It will always come to you. It might not always be in the way that you expect or when you expect, but it is coming. So if you take that worry off your back, it is one less stressful thing on your mind. So use your faith as your anchor, and use that as the way to motivate you and allow you to move forward in a much more peaceful state of mind. Beautiful. So we're going to get one last card. It's going to be from the Forest Fae Oracle cards. This one is by Nadia Turner. So we're going to get one for closing of your reading today. And let's see, just one last bit of advice, because I can't help myself. I'm used to much longer readings, but because I have many more readings coming up and Spirit is sort of pushing me forward with that. Here we go. I'm bringing every little bit of advice for you that I can. All right, so here we go. This is the one that has popped up. It's called Walker on the Wind. Ravens show the way. Be courageous. Change and chance can bring exciting wonders. So here we go. This is about taking the chance of, I'm trying so hard to get the light just right for you guys. Let me see if by turning on the ceiling light, will that help a little bit? Okay. So essentially is sort of taking that leap of faith and letting Spirit guide you through it, and bringing in that playfulness of the ravens into what your everyday activities. This is going to really help you in gaining that different perspective that you need. It will help you also with simply having new ideas and fresh ideas, and bringing in that fresh air of change that sometimes is needed. Sometimes our prescribed way of doing things can bring in a bit of stagnation, and therefore bring in stress and bring in that, what's the word? Frustration. That element of frustration. And so Spirit is saying, just allow. Allow for Spirit to sort of lead you in the right direction, and allow for that inner child to come forward and just bring in that element of wonder and surprise, and bring in playfulness and creativity that will certainly be helpful in even just problem solving. And so just be open and allow Spirit to just sort of take over for a bit, and allow that faith to guide you and be your anchor, and be I'm being shown an image here, and I'm trying to put it into words. It's not always easy to put into words, especially when it comes in with a lot of emotional information. It is the sense of putting your worries for Spirit to handle, while you just enjoy enjoying the moment. I guess it's a good word. It comes with the sense of freeing, of flying. So if you put aside your worries for a moment and allow that healing to take place, you allow yourself to be open to beautiful new experiences, and allow the positivity to come back into your life. And this is going to lighten up that mood and that energy within you, and it's going to allow you to step into all of your projects with a different perspective and a different energy that will allow that transformation to happen, and therefore you're able to get through all of the things that you need to get through. And then all of a sudden you find yourself with time for yourself, and time for relaxation, and time for joy, and time to enjoy the blessings that come from all of the hard work that you have put in. Yeah. I'm just listening to see if Spirit has any last words. Yes, Spirit is saying, don't stress so much. Don't stress so much. Allow yourself to have that time for yourself. It is much needed and much deserved. That's what I'm hearing. So anyways, Aries, that is all I've got for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed your reading and that it has helped you in some way. If you've resonated with me and with the message, please consider subscribing, leaving a thumbs up, leaving a comment down below. All of this really helps my channel, and if you think that someone else might enjoy the content, please consider sharing it as well. I hope to see you again soon. Love and light, and blessed be.